And you're on.
Oh,
Oh,
shoot.
hi.
Whoopsie.
Yes, hi yourself.
How are
What an
you?
entrance.
That didn't
We're
Coming in
all
hot.
friends here.
yeah,
We're
that
all
didn't
friends here.
I appreciate that. Alex said that she was going to pop on, and I was
Yes.
just popped out of the shower. Bryce Johnson. Oh my God. Hi.
Hi, Ken. It's great to meet you, man.
Great to meet you. Like, what are you doing?
I'm
He's
hanging out, man. Yeah, hanging out with the weirdos.
I mean,
Yeah.
we welcome you on behalf of all the weirdos everywhere.
Oh, well,
We
thanks,
welcome you.
man. I love that. Appreciate
Yeah, I'm a weirdo in a rose robe and a bowler hat, so life is as it should be.
that. Excellent.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, John Tenney, I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. Oh Jesus!
And do his
Here we-
intro too.
Wait,
Or
should we
wait,
do? Should
yeah.
we do Alex and Ken's intro at one
Yeah.
time?
Mm.
Yeah, they have to explain to everybody who they are, but it looks like an awful lot of people in the group already know who they are.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, pretty baby.
So cute.
Everyone looks amazing. I love all the
I know.
light.
I know. We tried. I feel like I really love Ken's background. Looks so cute.
Oh, that's just our new TV show, Living for the Dead, now on Hulu and American, Disney Plus, everywhere else. That's nothing.
Yeah.
What a corporate
Just
show.
That's just a sign.
Everybody is so
perfect.
excited. Oh, this is a nice one. That's so nice. And it's
Aw.
true. It's so true.
Well,
Everybody's so
All right, Ken and Alex, you have to do your intros.
well. He just did a little bit, but go ahead and
Yeah.
say whatever you want.
Hi, I'm Ken Boggle, psychic medium, tarot card reader, and co-star on Kristen Stewart's Living for the Dead, now on Hulu and Disney
Excellent.
Plus, everywhere else.
Aww. My name's Alex LeMay. I'm a paranormal investigator and fellow weirdo. I'm also co-star with Ken on Living for the Dead, which you can find on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Cute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And we haven't seen each other in a minute, have we, Alex? This has been a hot minute since you look amazing. Not to
Thank
objectify you,
you.
but I just did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the last time we FaceTime was like 3 weeks ago.
No, it was 2 weeks ago. I just
It
need
feels like
more of you.
forever.
I know I need more of you in my life. I do. I need more of you in my life.
I like
really
when
did
all
write an email to Apple to ask them to add an emoji of a bowler hat because we need one.
Yeah.
That'd be
That's
good.
what I say. Because not everybody's a topper, you know. Sometimes you need a bowler.
Look at all these great comments for you guys. They are pouring in. Man, that is awesome.
I love when weirdos like get to meet each other on our weird live stream.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the, I think, the greatest things I've discovered about sort of jumping into this was the community of people that I've had the pleasure to get to know. It's just such an incredible community of mystics and wanderers and people with great questions and searchers and seekers, and I love it, man. It's like such a I don't know. It's just one of the best things that to happen out of coming this way.
And getting to search for a Bigfoot.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta say though, it's so cool though. I've never been in a meetup before. Like this is my first time in like this Brady Bunch
Me too.
sort of thing, and I really think I like it. We need more of this.
Mhm.
Well, when Jess and I started doing this, we were like, how do we do it? Do we invite people? And then we were like, well, some people only want to stay for like a minute. Like they literally want to just pop in and say hello. And then some people want to hang out the entire time. And it's like, well, let's just tell people to come whenever they want to and stay as long as they want.
Yeah.
And you end up with little moments like this, where there's a whole bunch of people like just chatting about bizarre shit that doesn't make any sense except to us.
And it all kind of
Sounds
goes
like
together.
my
Even
kind of
if we're in,
party.
like, different, avenues. Like you popped on and we're talking about cults and we're talking about Bigfoots and we're talking about ghosts. Like, yes.
I mean, we love all of that, don't we, babes? Like that's our thing. We love all that. Like just
That's our bag.
that is totally the bag. And also it's not like your typical thing. Sometimes you just get sick of talking about, presidential candidates and what's going on in the news and who said what at what meeting and while the world's going to hell. It's just cool to sit back and be like, don't you think that there's this prehistoric animal somewhere in the loch of Scotland?
Yes.
And just sit around and be like, bitch, the other day my door opened by itself. I would rather hear that.
Yeah.
Sign me up for that cocktail party. That's what I'm here for.
I often wonder, like, when people tell me they don't believe in anything and all of it is hoo-ha, and like, that's fine and I get it. But I also feel like I want my world, like at least part of my world, to be like populated by fucking monsters and ghosts and UFOs and unicorns and mermaids and any fucking weird thing. Like, it makes the world so much more colorful and like lovely to me. Like, I think about people just sitting at home and they're like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's nice to believe in the possibility of things that we haven't discovered yet,
Yes.
I think a lot of people get closed off to it. I to jump on piggyback off of that sentiment, John. That's one of the funnest things I love about this is, I was told by my parents that, monsters under the bed, they don't exist. But then I could probably make a really great case for the fact that they do, and it's like, so there's this whole world that's open to new ideas and exploration. And I think people get mixed up with that word exploration. They think, let's just explore more ground surface of the earth. And that's great. And there's a lot to find there, and still mysteries abound. But there's also great inner exploration to be done, which holds just as much pertinence to these topics as any outwardly exploration as well. So is psyche work and a great exploration of one's inner life is also a great way to explore the phenomena.
And you can't deny that there are so many people out there having paranormal experiences. There's got to be something to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say, Bryce, enough. I'll marry you. Fine. Calm down. I'm trying to hang out with my friends.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to intrude on you like that.
No, it's fine, babe. The answer is yes. See you Monday. I'm just
saying. That's great. I love it.
But I say at my lectures, and people have heard me say this in my lectures, like, if there is no such thing as any of this, if all of it is not real, if the only thing that it is a mechanism for us to talk to each other, then it's still fucking important.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it means that we're talking to each other.
Well, and I'll also say too, whether or not Bigfoot as a creature exists, let's just say that it doesn't, right? At all, in any form or fashion, then there is still a phenomenon at play because people are having encounters of something on a global scale. So whether it's this global hoaxing or, this colluded attempt to like fool everybody on planet Earth, that's as extraordinary as an unconfirmed wood ape of North America, So whatever is happening, whether it's real or not, is an incredible mystery. Like, what is happening out there?
The short answer is that I keep walking around without my shirt on. That's basically. I go for a weekend in the woods, minding my own business. Suddenly, there's another video of me on YouTube.
Yeah, that's called
spiritual retreat.
Ken, that's called paradoxical undressing, is what that's called.
Well, I'm just tired of I'm just tired of all the text messages, honestly.
I am.
There's a question for Alex in the chat. Hang on.
Oh.
Can you see it?
Alex, can you see that question?
Are you working on any new ghost detectors or interesting devices? Yeah, I've been working on some pretty cool goggles for the Newkirks right now that'll be in the next Hellier. I don't know how much I can give you as far as details, but
I think you just gave us enough.
New goggles.
Damn. What? Can you tell us a little bit about how they operate or how they work, or shall they remain a mystery until we get to see them?
It's a mystery, so you find out. Yeah.
I am so intrigued. Oh my God. That's incredible.
You want to drop your shop? You have a website too with your tech, right?
I do. You can it's myname.com or moongoddessmarket.com. If you Google me, you'll find everything there. I'm always working on stuff.
Can I ask you a question? Where do you get your inspiration for paranormal technology?
That's such a good question, and everybody asks me that, and I think I have a different answer every time because there are so many moments in life that have inspired me to turn towards the tech side of it, and I think it's just being just as much skeptical as I do believe in everything that's happening, and I need to document it or maybe capture it or further understand it by using the instruments. Like, I'm really into ham radios right now. I'm trying to build my own and start messing with that because I feel like there's a little bit of an untapped market with that when it comes to the paranormal. I don't sleep at night. It's like midnight, and I'm like, a ham radio. That's what I need to be focusing on.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll speak to me through that. You know,
like,
I don't know.
Didn't Tesla get an alien signal? Maybe I should be going
no,
back.
He did. He said he talked to Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
That is just one of the coolest things about Alex. Is like, if there's two things that I think that runs through her mind all the time, which is how creepy can I possibly be, and how many cuddles can I give in one day? Like, oh look, I just said congratulations.
That's so awesome.
No,
I love that.
I mean, like, there were times that I would stand behind her and I could hear the wheels turning and saying, if there's a dead body, I'm climbing in that. You know what I mean? Like, I could hear it. And then out of her mouth would come something similar. And I'm like, that's like my bottom girl. Like, that's my chick. Like, I'm totally in love with Alex.
I love you, Ken.
I was awake one night and it hit me. Ham radios. Like, I mean, who does that? You. And I love you for it. Love you.
Well, Alex, if you ever want, sorry to interrupt. I was just going to bounce off your thing. If you ever want to, I have a huge file of 1930s and 40s ghost communication devices that were built out of old radios. And I have all of the schematic diagrams for them. Yeah. And I don't think anyone except the people who built them originally ever built them. So, like, if you want to try and build one of those.
Are you offering Alex your 18 garage?
I'm actually in my garage right now. I'm surrounded by devices. My phone is on my laser. Yeah, I have a laser right here. I've got lots of different types of printers. I've got my 3D printer over there. A soldering place area. It's a huge mess, so I won't show you. But yeah, I love just disappearing in here and tinkering and messing around and seeing what I can come up with. I don't know. I think it's because I live with a lot of anxiety and I have to put it somewhere, and tinkering it itches that part of my brain, you know?
Jessica knows that when I go in my garage, I have to text her if I'm going to be playing with electricity, because I've woken up like on the floor of the garage 2 hours later. Oh yeah, because I have these old neon sign transformers that I play with, and it's like really dangerous. And I often forget since there's no like poles on them, you can't tell when they're turned off and on sometimes. And so like I'll have it turned on and I'll reach toward it. So I'll have to text Jessica and say like, I'm going out to play with electricity. I'll text you back in 15 minutes.
God. Oh my God.
And if I don't, just wait longer.
Right?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah, me too.
Ken, I wanted to show you solidarity with. I also a few months ago went to the Clown Motel, and fuck clowns, dude. Clowns are so fucking disgusting. And that main lobby when you first walk in with all those clowns is so. I like felt it. I'm like, that's exactly how I felt there, and I can't do it.
Thank you for your solidarity.
They're so gross.
Because I can't tell you the amount of DMs I've received saying what a puss in boots I am.
No, who likes that? No.
Yeah.
And my response
it really was terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my response is that not only are there 2,000 clowns, that's scary enough to me, to somebody like me. That's enough. But the fact that the graveyard has actually shifted since then, and like I was hearing voices coming from under the ground. Meanwhile, I'm in a blindfold with the headset. Like I'm in the scene from Poltergeist, my worst fear ever.
Yeah.
And my friends are in a cemetery trying to talk to me through the dead people. I've had enough, but it hit me. But here's the worst part. Catch this. I'm on camera, on television, without my hat on.
I'm so proud of you for doing that, though. You were so terrified, but you did it. You did the damn thing.
Yes, because I have to bring something to the team.
What were 2,000 clowns doing in this scenario? Were you guys at a Juggalos concert?
In like the gift shop of the
Yeah, people send them in from all over the world.
Bryce, do you not know about the Clown Museum or the Clown Motel?
No, I don't know about the Clown Motel. I have no idea.
In Nevada.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. That's my native state. So what?
Really?
People
it's
just
in Tonopah.
People just send clowns to this
well,
to
like
this hotel.
The whole motel is like there's different clown themes. There's artwork. It has it all.
Oh, it's like nightmare porn.
And
yeah,
awesome.
It was originally supposed to be something sweet. The father, the guy who owned it, his kids ended up turning it into a museum with all the clowns, right? And right next door is an entire graveyard with tombstones. I mean, they're right up to one another, so it makes it even creepier. It adds a whole nother layer.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I still think
I loved it. I feel like
I think I probably would too. Actually, I'm like, actually, that would be a pretty good time.
I don't mind.
Too, you guys went to that cute little bar that's like across from the Mizpah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene was really cute too with you, Ken, because I think it was that scene. If it wasn't that scene, sorry, no, I think it was there. Any fucking way. You told Roz was making jokes and you were like, I need you to feel this experience that we're having and not mask it with jokes. And like me sitting at home, I was like, oh shit, that is like me in a nutshell. Like I will always make the fucking joke. And that hit me like that was so important.
The reality is that Roz, and I'm not going to tell her business, but Roz has trauma around being vulnerable. And I think to some, and that needs to be respected. It totally does. Mm-hmm. But and this was at the house in Scottsdale, wasn't it, Alex? That I'd said to her, don't deflect with humor. Like, and I was rewatching it, which I did just yesterday. I felt terrible for having said that to her.
No,
because there's my love for her is immense, and what I should have done was kept my mouth shut, held her hand tighter, and supported her if she needed it. That's what I should have done. But yeah,
it's okay, I think, Ken. I mean, I know that it's totally us getting to know each other. That was the second stop, and we were just exploring one another and how we react to scary situations and falling in love with one another. We were going through a lot at the time, and Roz's deal is being funny. So
I felt like that was so important, and it was like permission. You know what I mean? Like you weren't trying to like call it out. You were like, you know, I felt like it was really powerful and really like nice because you were trying to understand and like help her understand herself too at the same time.
Yeah, I hope she perceives it that way. But I'll tell you this, the best moment I ever had in the bathroom with Roz isn't even on the TV show. Alex, you were there.
Scene. Yes.
We had felt this creepy energy at the Clown Motel in Tonopah. Bryce, you totally should go and make a movie there. It is that freaky. You would never even have to leave the property. But anyway, we were in a room 111, I think, and we felt something in the corner, and I could swear to my left, which was the bathroom, that there was some kind of something in there. So I'm like, I wonder if anybody else can feel this. So I said, Roz, and can you come into the bathroom and just sit here and, you know, see what you pick up? And Roz is very gung-ho, absolutely sits down there. It looks lovely, just squatted right on the pot. And I didn't phrase the question correctly. And I said to Roz, how are you feeling? And she said, like, I'm going to have a BM.
You've got me here. Yeah,
like,
set and setting.
She's like, I feel like a beautiful woman in a toilet. What do you?
Right.
What makes it even funnier is that she had the entire SLS in her lap, sitting on the toilet, like with all the equipment. Great.
She was gonna ghost hunt from the throne, baby. She was ghost hunting from the bog. Is where she was at.
That bathroom was so creepy because I slept in that room and I don't think I slept for 5 days. But every time I had to go to the bathroom, I'd like hit up anybody else around me and be like, I have to pee, please let me in, because I'm not going in that bathroom. It was really scary.
I'm seeing a lot of comments that reflect that, Ken, that people use humor as a way to deflect anxiety. And I know people like that. It's you know what, we were actually, do you guys know Darcy Staniforth? I'm sure you might. Yeah, we just did a ghost investigation at the Kellogg house in Santa Ana with her. It was the first time she had ever investigated there, and she runs the historic haunted tour there in the evenings. It's so funny. She said, if there's ever sort of a haunting, I can't deal with it because I'll just laugh and I'll start, getting really giggly. And so she's like, thankfully it hasn't been too active, but when we investigated, it started to get pretty active. But yeah, I think a lot of people deal with that in that same. I think I would be the same way. I'd, deflate it with talk jokes to these ghosts, or talk shit anyway.
The most brilliant person to ever ride the line of great, thoughtful conversations about all things weird and creepy and comedy is in this chat right now, and that's John Tenney. I've watched John do so many seminars.
Okay, I'll marry you.
Okay, but I think you just ride the rail of being very thoughtful and very, very well thought out communicator about the paranormal, and then you turn around and you crack a joke, and it's like, how can you not love this man? And he's going out back for a cigarette. Like, yes, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll marry you.
Yes, I will echo all of that. I agree.
Icon. He's John Tenney's an icon.
Mm-hmm.
Ken, I was just thinking, we met 13 years ago.
We did in Michigan.
That's crazy. I think we met in Kentucky.
Oh, at Scarefest?
Yeah.
John Tenney, has it been that long?
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't remember shit. That's
13 years. I had a full head of hair.
Now, John Tenney, you did not.
I did. Well, kind of. I was balding in the back. That's true.
Watch Living for the Dead episode 1, and your hair then matches my hair in that episode.
I had a quick question because with Alex, you were talking about meeting. Bryce, this goes for you too. When you started doing Bigfoot and you guys started doing ghosts, like your teams, so did your teams learn to mesh on camera, or were you friends previously?
Well, we met at casting, but we started this text chat that turned into phone calls, that turned into just all of us clicking really well. And I think that's what ultimately led us into being casted together, is because we got along and we had this chemistry together. I mean, me and Boggle were hand in hand right off the bat. Roz and I, we're very, very close. I hang out with her quite a lot, actually. And then Juju, she's in New York, so I don't see her as often, but we're always calling each other and talking, and these beautiful friendships blossomed from it, which I feel like is kind of rare when you're casted on something, especially with 5 people. I feel really lucky that was the outcome of it. But yeah, we do kind of learn to work together and our styles. Like, you kind of see it with the first episode, but as it goes on, I think that makes the show even more special, is that we're also getting to know each other and we're peeling back those layers together.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bryce,
all
you guys know each
bring
other?
something different, like, and it's so apparent. And it all works. And aside from that, the whole cast is so stunning. Like, first of all, it's shot beautifully, and then all of y'all, I'm like, every part of the show is beautiful. Every person, every shot.
Thank you. I say that every time I look at Juju. I'm just like, how is she real? Honestly.
Yeah, y'all are so cute.
Thank you. Everybody's just so kind, especially since the show started coming out. I'm so grateful to have been able to do this, like, actually investigate and have it be a profession. I feel thankful every single day for it. It's pretty cool.
Seriously.
Agreed. And then, John, to answer your question, with Expedition Bigfoot, part of the premise of the original pitch of the show was to keep very grounded in science and boots on the ground investigation. So the centerpiece was really finding that anthropologist, primatologist, like somebody of Dr. Mayer's caliber. I mean, you know, she's discovered the smallest species of primate in Madagascar. So she's a legitimate, full-on sort of Fosse-esque, type of primatologist. So we needed that sort of open-minded scientist, and if we were going to get anywhere with this thing, and then the next logical thing was to have like a survivalist to ex-military, somebody who will go places where you just don't want to go. And of course that's where Russell came in. And I hadn't really he was not too much on my radar, and neither was Dr. Maria Mayer, and so I didn't really know of them until we started to cast this thing and look for these appropriate roles. And then of course we wanted somebody who was well versed in sort of the native lore and mythology, and our original cast member RPG is well versed in that. And then unfortunately he got mind zapped by Bigfoot in episode 1, which he'll tell you, which is still so fucking strange to me. Sorry if I curse. But anyway, we were fortunate enough to recast Ronnie LeBlanc. I got to meet them sort of doing the first few episodes of the show. And when I did, I was like, oh, I see how this works. This is just going to be great, but likewise, like you guys, I found a community of friends who we could, I really enjoy the work because I love the people involved in it, looking for Bigfoot is the icing on the cake, that's just camping with friends, really, so.
I did a lecture at the Cryptozoological Museum a few years ago, and you have everybody talking about Bigfoot and Yeti and Sasquatch and stuff, and Dr. Mayer had a lecture on the lemurs that she had discovered.
Yeah.
And like all of the Bigfoot stuff went out the window. People were rapt. Like she was like just in it with facts and data and like crushing it. And I was just like, oh shit. Like we're all in trouble with this.
Yeah. Well, and I think we can all take a page from that book that nature is an alchemist, right? And that the lemur is just as exciting and intriguing as a mythological unconfirmed wood ape, so you can learn from what's actually in front of us about what we don't see and what we do not perceive, so as long as I think, you can take that approach, then you can learn from everything around you,
Yeah. And I talk about, Jessica's probably heard me. I use lemur in my lectures now because I ask people like, when you die, do you think you're going to become a ghost? And everybody will raise their hand. And then I'll say, when you die, do you think you become a lemur? And everybody will laugh.
Right.
And then I explain that like etymologically ghost just means breath. And so what I was really asking is, do you think when you die, you just become breath? And lemur literally means a spirit of the earth, lemur. It's French
my gosh.
for
Wow.
Spirit.
Yeah.
And so that's what I meant. And so
That's
it's like,
amazing.
how important are the words that we use?
Yeah. Oh God. So important. Oh my God. I'm sure you guys have all learned you really like have to establish a whole new vocabulary around these topics of the strange,
For sure. But I find that me and my ignorance of developments in the field make it really comical. I think sometimes things come out of my own mouth that I'm like, what the hell did I just say? And is that going to make it on the show? And it does. And honestly, I spend a tremendous amount of time, and hardly anybody knows this about me, but before I go to bed every single night, there's one of two things happening. It's either British television, Are You Being Served, LOLO, something like this, like British television, or Alex spent the night with me one night. We bunked, and we played Are You Being Served at night. Anyway, that or it's something cryptic.
Oh, you just glossed over that. We spent the night.
Spent the night as we bunked. We bunked.
Yeah, no, we got it. Yeah.
Yeah. We bunked. We did our facial peels. We washed, and then we watched Mrs. Slocum. Anyway, so but if it's not British television I'm watching, it's more often than not some book about cryptids. I'm very into like what the various doctors have to say, how the theories have changed from year to year to year to year, because there have been so many different publications that it goes from being some really great myth to it's a living being to it's a great myth and it's also a paranormal experiment or it's an alien. It's either that or I'm listening to Linda Godfrey talk about dogmen, which I just cannot get enough of dogmen. I just think that I dated so many, I thought maybe I'd appear in the book, but I haven't yet.
I love that. R.I.P. to Linda Godfrey. Well, I'll leave you with one, and I've told this on my podcast before I jump off because I've got to do some last minute Christmas shopping. I'll leave you with a dogman story, Ken. I was working with this producer on a documentary, and she said she was working on a Michigan dogman documentary. She didn't use the word Michigan, but so she told me that I was like, well, do you have any good eyewitness testimony and accounts? And she said, Bryce, there was this fucking one guy. He was canoeing down a river when all of a sudden he saw this couple on a campsite and they were waving to him, and it was sort of far off in the distance. And she said that this guy told her that this creature came out from the wood line and attacked this couple, and that this guy had seen the whole thing. And I was wrapped. I was like, first of all, I mean, it involved like an attack. It involved like, who knows what happened to the couple? Who knows if the guy was telling the truth or if he was making this up? But the story was so like Dogman-esque. I mean, you don't get a lot of attacks with Bigfoot lore or mythology, that we know about, but this Dogman seemed more nefarious in nature. And I don't know, I was just like, oh my God, is the Dogman attacking people? But I don't know. I don't like that Dogman, Ken. Watch out for that Michigan Dogman.
I just want to say for the record, Bryce, if you want to narrate a book on Audible, we'd be happy to download it.
Okay. Well, you write it, I'll narrate it.
Okay, that's the deal. Because you were speaking about Dogman, and I was like, I'm gonna fall out. Like, this is a sleeping. You think I'm Jinx Monsoon with Insomnia? Like, I'm just gonna pass out.
Yay! I love Jinx Monsoon.
Yeah.
Real quick, Bryce, before you go, check out the Defiance, Ohio Dogman attack. That's a pretty
Defiance, Ohio. Okay, great. Yeah. Great.
And it's a dog man wearing clothes, like literally looks like the Wolf Man from the Universal Monsters. It's got like ripped jeans and a flannel shirt.
Yeah, on. It's so strange. Sometimes I think this phenomenon is like pulling from our archives and trying to figure out how to present itself to us. And I've been toying around with a lot of generative AI art, and some things that AI art has a trouble with doing is like drawing cigarettes, John, and drawing people holding guns and stuff. So it has trouble doing it. And I've often thought, I wonder if this is sort of a Matrix-esque reality, and that this phenomenon is trying to tickle us and intrigue us. Sometimes it has trouble presenting itself and formulating its fingers holding cigarettes, and it comes out with a pilot with strange overalls, or like a dog man wearing, I'll pull from the werewolf archive. And give me a flannel shirt and some ripped jeans, and I'm going to fucking kill this couple trying to roast some weenies. This is going to be great. And plus, hopefully they'll inquire about the afterlife as well. That way I could, tickle them philosophically. And then I'm out.
Thing for
Bryce, give where people can find you.
I will.
Wait, another thing too is I feel like your homies are always at our conventions in Michigan. Where the heck are you? You gotta come too.
I know. I've just been looking for the right opportunity. I admire and adore all of you guys, and I would be honored to take part in anything like that. So I look forward to the next one. And John and Jessica, thank you so much for the invite. And Alex and Ken, oh my God, this is so great to meet you guys. I'm a fan, and this is great. So thank you for bringing community together.
Of course.
Thanks for being here, Bryce, for sure.
Thank you.
It was so nice meeting you.
All right. Yeah, pleasure was mine. Merry Christmas, you guys. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Everybody's so cute.
Now that he's gone.
Yeah.
I have such a crush on him. I can't pick it. No. I opened my thing up and I thought,
you're like, am I hallucinating?
And I've got real. Did you see me? I couldn't sit still.
Oh, I thought I pissed you. Listen, I thought I pissed you off.
No,
I thought I pissed you off with my question, and I'm like, now Ken's shut down, but you were actually just nervous.
I was trying not to freak out.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is this on? Like, does this get archived? Burn it.
Yeah.
You gotta burn it. You gotta burn it.
I love it.
No way I'm going to clip it, and it's just going to be that.
Yeah, we're going to put it on Instagram.
T.
I love
it.
So cute. Wait, Ken, didn't you want to do, should we do a reading? I don't know how to do this for the group.
Yeah. Well, I thought it would be great to to do something for you. And I wanted to do it special for you. Just kind of gloss 2024 for you and give you some high points and things to kind of expect.
Wait, you mean me or us?
I was going to do it just for you as long as.
Okay, I'm ready.
Because you've been so lovely to me in DMs.
Oh my God.
And John Tenney, I've already bought all his books, so he knows I love him. And you know, Alex, he's my bestie. So I wanted to do something for you. Is that okay? Would that
yeah,
be okay
I love
everybody?
it. Thank you so much. I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm nervous, but I'm ready.
Don't be nervy. Don't be nervous. It's totally fine.
Yeah,
By the way,
Ken's the best of the best.
That's why that sound was not Ken shuffling, it's farting sounds.
John, damn it.
These are my people if fart jokes are happening right now.
Wait, let me ask too if this is breaking news or not, or if there's any news to report. Ken, are you going to be at Michigan Paracon? Did you figure that out yet?
I have never been asked to do Michigan Paracon, but it is literally, and I'm not over exaggerating, it is literally one of my dream things to do.
We have to get you on there.
Yeah, we know some people. We'll put bugs in people's ears.
Yeah.
Just honestly, the people of Michigan have always been so, Jenny Suture, Holly Piconin, the people of Michigan have been so amazing to me for a long time. Like John said, 13 years and more. I just would love to be able to come to Michigan. Carol Saramaki and Melissa Nicholson, and these people travel a great distance to all come together with one thing in mind, and that's how weird can we get. Mm-hmm. And I just wish that one day I could be there too. I would really love it.
Like I said, we'll put bug in people's ears, and if they don't listen, we'll put actual.
I want both of y'all there. I'm not just talking to him about this either. I want you there too, Alex. But
yeah, Alex.
We're gonna figure it out.
Agreed. Okay. Here you go, Jess. It's
okay.
important in 2024 to save your money. Yeah. It's important in 2024 to also watch how much emotional bartending you're doing for others versus how much needs to be done for yourself. The word in the first third of the year would be perseverance. Take a licking and keep on ticking. You'll find that not by deserting your post, but by staying in it, that not only do you become stronger, but the things you worried about in January have long since passed. In the second third of 2024, try to make a trip. Try to do some traveling. Try to tie up all loose ends that you have. Try to don't rest on your laurels, but start acknowledging your small successes as well as the big ones, because it takes both sometimes to get from day to day. Very important. There will be shifting, there will be transition, there will be change as we go into the last third of 2023, where decisions are incredibly important, as well as making your own kind of magic and being aware that opportunity exists even when you don't know what that opportunity looks like.
Okay. Cute. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It sounded very accurate.
And to be done on a hot pink stool I got at Home Goods. Like, how cool.
Ken, I want a one-card pull.
A one-card pull for John Tenney. Okay. Excuse me while I deal with my wind.
That's your ghost. It's just wind.
The ghost. It's the phantasm.
I'll take it, good or bad, whatever it is.
I'm known for giving it both ways, so let's see how that works.
You give it both ways?
Usually. There's a lot of patiently waiting. There's I'm gonna say it. There's also the need for the universe for you to start telling it exactly as you'd like for it to go, and to stop being ahead of yourself. When you start thinking it, just allow the thoughts. Start making them a list of things to achieve as a list of things that maybe nobody would care about, or I'm just going to throw this out there. Or what if this sticks? What if this doesn't? Just start throwing shit. Really get in there in 2024. And then I pulled another card that said that in 2024 for you, you might even expect to be reawakened and to have somewhat of a personal renaissance that lends itself into other areas of your life.
Oh, geez. I'll tell you where my perseverance and my waiting happens all the time, which is when Jessica and I make plans and she says she's going to be over my house at like 4, and then I text her at 4:30 and I say, where are you? And then she texts me back at 5:10 and says, on my way. And then at 5:30 she goes, almost there.
I do that all the time. I understand.
Girls have so much shit to do. I don't wake up with all my makeup and hair done. And I have a dog, and sometimes he won't come in. Sometimes he won't eat his food. I don't fucking know what I'm doing.
Yeah, and you look amazing, by the way. I love the hair.
Oh my God, thanks. You too.
Yeah, it looks so good.
She normally looks like a dead worm.
I do. My resting state is dead worm. I wanted to listen, Alex. Another so random thing is you're like I don't know if y'all have ever seen this on TikTok. The person who starts their TikTok with "Where do you 35 to 40-year-old people hang out?" That's you, right?
That's me.
It's everywhere.
Story.
It's
everywhere. There's kind of a crazy story with that because when that originally went viral at the beginning of, I think it was like 2021 when we were all at home. When it went viral, I started a Discord so that I let the algorithm find people like me, because TikTok back then was really good with finding other people like you.
Yeah.
And so I created this community, and it was like 3,000 members strong. And we ended up doing like a yearly retreat where we all went to Vegas for Halloween and hung out.
What?
And it was everybody, just a bunch of weirdos. It was so fantastic. It was amazing. And now it's going viral again. I'm thinking about reopening the Discord for more people to join, because we have a really solid group of people there. So anybody watching this that wants to be a part of the group, it's really fun. We have regular video hangouts where we just talk about weird stuff, and we do meetups once a year.
Wait, how do you find that? How do you find it?
It's if you Google me, I have like a link tree that has all the links in it. There is a Discord, like an invite, I think that's what it's called, at the end of the links. Most of my social medias will link you there, but yeah, we use the algorithm to find other friends with our group of, I don't know, 30 to 40s. I feel like a lot of people are doing so many things, it's hard to make friends.
Yeah.
We use the power of the algorithm.
Like, Susie Pesto and like that beginning of yours is like the only thing that's been on social media the last like 6 months.
That's so wild.
I know, it's crazy.
And no one tagged me in it. I'm just getting sent like videos of me all day long, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
That's so crazy.
I'm just realizing that that's you, because I've seen that too.
See?
It's crazy, but the thing is I always go flip past it because I'm 50.
You're included. I feel like you're included.
I'm like, oh, these young people in their 40s, get out of here.
I should have said 30 plus.
But you know what happened? I wrote the guy, and I was like, that's my girlfriend, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we should tag her or something. So in the comments, I think I tagged. I was like, "Add Alex, like sort this out."
Yeah.
I wrote him a DM, and I was like, "Hey, bro, that's my chick." But the thing is, one, she didn't say anything remotely stupid, because Alex she lays out some amazing content, and the other thing is that she looked remarkably like she was 22 asking this question.
Yeah, that's
what
music for me too.
And all I can think to myself is, this is an individual I have seen wearing chunky black boots climbing into caskets.
Yeah.
You won't think that you think this individual is somebody who's at the beginning of your video, but this is actually an icon. And like, I just sit there watching, and I'm like, you have no idea. I can't
I love you. Oh, I miss you so much.
I miss you every day. It's a thing.
So cute.
So brave though, Ken. Like, getting over your fears, especially with the clown motel, that is iconic in itself.
Seriously.
Most people would have been like, bye, I don't know what I signed up for, you know? Like, you did it.
Yeah, and you know what's so strange about it is that and I was watching it this week, the episode, the moment where I was looking at Roz and like kind of like daggers, what was really in my head was that scene from 28 Days Haunted, where Amy said, I don't want to do this experiment. And Shane and Ray were like, it's for the team. Like, it's for the team. So while I was looking at Roz, my thought behind my eyes was, oh my God, Amy did this. This was asked of Amy. And if Amy will at least try, I'll try too. So that was really, they edited me to look a lot brave, by the way, a lot braver. Logan said to me, he was like, I really thought you were going to die of a heart attack. I'm like, you're right. You know, that was my chest was tight. I couldn't breathe, and things started to go numb. It was not a good day for your brother. It was not a good day.
That happened to me on an episode of Ghost Stalkers when I thought I was having a heart attack. And when we filmed, part of our contractual, like I made them sign that all of the camera crews and sound people would rap when we started investigating. So we were in a prison and the only people there were Chad and I, and he was outside. I was in the prison. I thought I was having a heart attack. And then I was like, oh fuck, whether or not this is a paranormal situation, I'm alone, locked in a prison, thinking I'm having a heart attack. And the only person out there is a fucking actor. Like,
Chad Lindbergh.
yeah. And Chad came in and he dragged me outside and I was like fully crying and like, I call my mom, I don't want to do this anymore. I think I'm dying, like whatever. And I looked up and he was still rolling on me. And I was like, it didn't air, but I was like, turn that fucking camera off. I'm not going to die on a 3rd tier cable channel. Like, fuck this, like whatever. It was a brilliant moment, but I thought I was going to die.
Yeah. Stay alive out of spite. You're like, I'm not dying here. That's so funny.
Jen, I love how you pulled the "you're in danger" girl too. I was like, yes.
Can we talk about it?
I love it.
I love Ghost. I love Whoopi Goldberg. I don't love the hat I was wearing.
What? Come on. I feel like you have a tendency to be too hard on yourself. Is that true?
Not in a Madonna style black cowboy hat, babes. I'm being legit. That was not a good look for her. She did not do well. This chick was unhappy. When I saw, I was like, I don't like this. And then but the thing was, my girl Caitlin had found this hat, and she was like, it was my mom's. I'd like for you to wear this hat. Like, I was like, of course I will wear that hat. And in my head, I thought I looked like John Wayne, like a very progressive John. I did not pull that off at all.
I think you did.
I think you did too.
Thank you.
Yes. We're all just here to compliment each other. Or we're just going to go from box to box and we all just compliment each other for like an hour. That's all we're here for.
Yeah, because I'm a huge fan of all of you.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's very sweet.
You so much. I can't wait to like see y'all in person for real. Like we need cocktails and
I haven't even started the drink yet.
I've had one. I definitely need another. Ooh, that's cute. Goth wine glass.
Did I drink? I drank straight Bailey's the last time we did one of these, didn't I?
Bailey's is like 30% alcohol. It's not even strong. Come on.
Bailey. I didn't know you could drink Bailey straight, honestly.
I don't think you're supposed to, but I just did anyway.
Oh, it's a thing in Australia. You bring over a bottle of Bailey's, you can drink. Did you not watch Kath and Kim?
Ken, is that just something you say when you do something that you don't think? You just say, let's make in Australia.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge in Australia.
Yeah,
you should see what they're doing in Canada. You should see Nova Scotia's crazy right now. No, I just throw out some weird country or something and throw bullshit out. Like, that's what happens. Oh, you don't like this? It's all the rage in Afghanistan. Like, this is like what men are wearing now. Yeah, and it isn't, not at all.
I love it.
I love that line. I gotta head out. Actually, I'm gonna go have family dinner.
Alex, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you so much
for having me.
It's so good to talk to you.
And good luck with everything, Jessica. I was listening about the skin cancer that you were going through. I also had skin cancer, so I get it. If you ever want to talk, I'm here.
Oh my God, thank you. It's really stupid, and I was just saying, like, there's certain things you're warned about your whole life, and you're like, yeah, whatever, and then they turn out true, and you're like, fuck, like, why didn't I?
Yeah. It's the worst. And the biopsies, you were talking about how you can't handle it, how they like, I can't handle it either. It's gross. And if they don't numb you up enough, you can hear it like,
yes.
Oh, it's so bad.
I don't know, Alex, I don't know if you heard, but like when I got my mole taken off, they literally just cut it off and threw it away.
No.
Like, yeah, the 70s. They were the 70s. They were like, this is how we do it. And they just like shot some Novocaine into it. And then they took a scalpel and they were like, zip. And then he just like chucked it in the garbage. Like there was no biopsy done.
I used to do hair. I was a barber for a short time. And there was this guy that had a mole in the back of his neck that would grow back. And I know this sounds terrible, but he was like, can you just.
No.
And I would just.
No.
Sanitize everything, but like I would just take it off for him when it grew back.
Holy shit.
That's actually pretty bad. I don't know why I agreed to that, but
I was at the bar one time.
For the mole removal.
I was at the bar one time and this guy was talking and he turned and I thought he had one of those like stray long back hairs. but he had tied off a skin tag and like the string was still sticking out the top of his shirt. And I was like,
that's kind of genius.
I was like, you got a hair back there. And he was like, no, I tied off a skin tag. I'm waiting for it to die.
What? This is disgusting. And now we're sending you off to have dinner. Great.
Right.
Oh, I'm fine. Well, okay, I adore all of you.
Thanks, Alex.
We can do this
Love
sometime
you.
again.
Thank you
Bye,
so
Alex.
much.
Bye, love you, Ken.
Love you.
So cute.
How amazing are my friends? Aren't they great?
I know.
You
I
always
want to make
do.
another cocktail, so you guys talk for a second. Don't talk shit about me either.
John, how have you been? You been all right?
Yeah, great. I'm very much not looking forward. So my dad used to weigh 550 pounds. He got weight loss surgery. So now he weighs 180. So in the next week or so, he's going to get skin removal surgery, which means that he will be living at my house for up to the next 6 weeks.
You got that. You got that.
Oh my God. I don't want it.
Not in your wish cart? That wasn't in your cart?
No.
You didn't
But I will play the part of a good son.
Well, you always have, though, for as long as I've known you. For as long as I've known you, you've always been very positive about your parents.
I've tried to. How have you been?
Oh, weird.
Thriving?
No, bro, no. No, bro. Not at all. Like I've been consistently overwhelmed. Consistently overwhelmed. I grew up in a holler. So when you go from the holler to Hulu, your brain doesn't click. And then every day I turn around, there was something else like, oh, you're in People Magazine. Oh, now you're in Variety. Oh, now you're going to be a billboard in LA. Oh, here's a picture and a video of you being in a billboard in Times Square. And I was the kid who watched my mom put bread sacks over her shoes because we had holes in her shoes. And then here I am as a billboard. So it was hardcore, babes. It was really hardcore. And then it all kind of settled and then things around me started to change. People I had known for years started to be weird and different. And I hermited. I totally.
Yeah, I think that's one of the weird things too, is like, because I was the same way. Like I still am. Jessica and I just mentioned on our most recent podcast, like we were at this huge hotel in Cincinnati and it was built in the 30s and it's Art Deco. And there's a part of me that's like, you're not even allowed to walk in this fucking place. Mm-mm. Like you're a dirt child.
You're dirt bags.
Like you grew up with if they knew who you were, they'd kick you out in a minute. And that adjustment is still hard. I mean, it's my whole life making that adjustment. But then also the reason I go to the bar that I always go to is because it's the place where I can go where nobody fucking cares what I've done. And so like but the people outside, there are people who have like changed, and that's really disturbing to me. So I hermit a lot too.
Yeah. I'll never forget. We were sitting here and we were supposed to watch What Happens Live with Andy Cooper.
Cohen.
Andy Cohen, thank you.
Yeah.
And I started calling him Andy Cooperson, whoever the hell that is. But anyway, and it's a 30-minute program, and I don't have Bravo, so I called up my favorite bar and asked the owner. I was like, "Would you please play this for me? Because I won't be able to watch it otherwise." She was gracious and said yes, and I went in and she started the show. And then this girl who I've known for years, who's never treated me the way she did, comes up to me. She starts petting me on the back, and she's just like nonstop touching me, like nonstop. So who decided to wear a bowler hat? I'm like, I've known you for years.
Right.
Before this, it was a fedora. I've had this before COVID, since COVID. Oh, well, like, do you always wear black? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it was just like, she just wanted to touch me for whatever reason. And maybe she was on shrooms. I don't know. Could have been. But maybe she'd had a little Molly. Who knows? It might have been. Disney's going to hate the fact I said that. But anyway, I'm just saying that she was being different. And I was so uncomfortable that I took my hand and went like this to the bartender and was like, and I handed him the credit card, and like she's still talking to me over here, And then I signed. I only got to see 15 minutes of that, and then I came home and cried.
No.
Yeah, it's very, very weird.
It's strange. Next, I thought she was going to ask about my black underwears. And,
well, I had people do the same thing because when people started seeing me on television, they were like, why did you choose to wear a tie and a sweater or a tie and a suit coat? And it's like, I've literally posted pictures of myself, like when I was 17, wearing a trench coat and a tie. Like, that's just something I'm comfortable wearing. And like, again, the bar that I go to, everyone fucking knows it. So no one asks me that question. And strangely enough, too, when Ghost Stalkers came out, I had to watch it at that bar because I didn't have Destination America. So they bought the package to have Destination America so I could watch the episodes.
God bless our neighborhood bar, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
It was on. They replayed it all the time, too. I feel like every time we were there, it was on.
Yeah, Patrick and Sue were proud.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I think the majority of people have been really cool about it. It's just, you deal with imposter syndrome, and you deal with the poverty trauma, and it's so weird too, guys. Like, the weirdest thing is that, like, I have decided that for me, my give is going to be that whenever somebody promotes a show or has something pleasant to say about, I'm going to personally thank them, because at this time in my life, I'm able to do that. So I go through the comment section, and if somebody says they didn't like something I did, I just say, I'm really sorry. And then I just go to the next. Turned out it was harder for me to accept the really positive, deep messages of gratitude, like tears. It was harder for me to accept that than somebody saying, one guy said, the show was great until that one guy came in the room and just destroyed the episode every time, and he was just a tarot card reader.
What the fuck?
I could take that over a lot of the messages I got that were like, you've changed my life, or this show's changed my life, or Roz is such an inspiration, or thank God for Juju, I feel like I have a voice, or do you have Logan's phone number? A lot of things like that. It was easier for me to accept the bad than great.
I was too. There was the comment that I still think about that makes me laugh, was a bad comment, because I had discussed when I had my heart attack when I was 18 and having a near-death experience, and someone had just commented, their only comment was, I wish you'd die again. And I thought, like, it's the meanest comment, but it's so fucking funny. And then, like, comments underneath it about, like, oh, I loved the show. I was like, but this guy's fucking comment is on point.
Yeah. I mean, but for whatever reason makes it easier to accept that, as opposed to, like, I'm really happy with you. I don't know what causes that, but we shook it, I think.
I would just like to say too, that wasn't me who said that to Tenney.
Can anyone see me?
Yes.
My computer just completely glitched out.
Cool, great.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'm looking at a black screen right now.
You're still on it. We can see and hear you.
All right. Jessica, do you have the option if anybody else? Oh, I don't know how to do this.
I don't either. If I'm a co-host, it won't go away, right?
I hope not. I'm about to turn my computer off though.
Fuck.
Because I can't see anything.
I feel like this happened last time, and it did just let me stay.
All right. Well, here I go. Everybody
hold your breath.
Hold your breath.
I'm scared.
Oh gosh. I can't believe I'm here for this. The timer's still going. Yeah, the timer's still going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're fine.
That's strange. We should have saved your reading till right now.
I know.
Think of the content we could have had.
I know.
What do we do now?
Let's see how many.
Let's get Bryce Johnson back on.
I know, and then I'll leave, and then you guys are just.
Sis, okay, yeah. You get wings for that. Wings for that. You are a wing.
I never could have known. I couldn't have known. It was meant to be.
That was such a vibe for me.
It was written in the stars. You played it really cool, I swear, because when you first came on screen, you said a nice thing, but you didn't come off like, oh my God, this is what I've always dreamed of.
I felt like I had a mouthful of marbles. Like I was like, it's not working. Like,
No, you never would have known. It was not obvious to any of us. Are you drinking right now? Do you have a drink?
No, I'm actually on a sober streak.
Okay, cute.
Yeah, I've been stone cold sober now for a hot minute, and
Nice.
I think I'm gonna kind of keep it that way.
Cute. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really don't drink that much anymore either. It's weird.
Well, I found that 2 drinks was my max.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 drinks was my max.
Mm-hmm.
But then I would come home and continue, and so
Mhm.
2 drinks out was my max. I'd go to old hookers and do that, and then I'd come home. And the reality is that is not conducive to me being my best potential.
I got it.
Cheers to everybody, literally cheers to everybody who can. But I was just thinking to myself, like, would it be weird if like I bought my neighborhood bar a coffee pot and like stocked it
No,
and just said,
they
I
should
love
have
you
that.
all. Yeah.
Hey, it worked.
Oh, thank
It
God
worked.
you're back.
By the way, Ken, I heard that last comment. The home bar that I've been talking about. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The home bar that I've been talking about. I didn't drink after I had my heart attack at 18. I didn't drink until 32, but I hung out at that bar the whole time, and I bought them a fucking coffee pot and brought my own coffee cup.
Why are we the same person but not?
No, I heard it and I was like, I did it, and they were fine with it.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do then. That's what I'm gonna do. Because like I love the people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it's my cheers and I love that vibe. So like I don't want to like not go anymore, just because I'm being sober Sally. I'd rather have some socializations.
Yeah. I would
Being
go there.
social.
I mean, I went there for 12 years without drinking, just drinking coffee. And then I went through a really bad breakup, and I walked in after 12 years of being there and only drinking coffee. And I was like, I want a shot of whiskey. And the bartender was like, are you going to start drinking again? And I said, yes. And I don't remember the rest of the night. I just remember waking up at home because like everybody at the bar was like, oh, fuck, Tenney's drinking. Like, and everybody started buying me booze.
And it's the blur.
And then it's just a blur.
It's just a great big blur. I love that. I do.
Tenney,
I love
Tenney, can you check your text, please?
My texts?
Yes.
Oh, no. What did I miss?
Nothing. I just needed to tell you something like an hour ago.
Oh,
that. All right. Well,
okay.
I'm going to take my leave and let
Okay.
you 2 captains have at it. And I can't tell you how cool it is that you all are doing this and how much I appreciate it. It's the fact that you guys gave us the shout outs that you have and supported us the way you have, the fact that people at home have watched it and are sharing it. It's just been amazing. So thank you for having me. Thank you, Tenney, for always supporting me for as long as you
Ken,
have.
I've loved you for years, whether you've known it or not. I think you have.
Well, I felt it. I always did. I was like, no, Tenney's the kind of guy that you know what time it is with John Tenney, and I like that. So thank you all. Have a merry, happy holiday.
Thank you
Merry
so much.
happy holiday.
And I'll see you all again. You take care. Here's to seeing you in Michigan.
Yes.
You will see. Yes.
We're going to
All right.
figure it out.
All right. Bye, y'all.